I've just cut myself a slice of chocolate nugget banana bread that just came out of the oven a little while ago. It's still nice and warm. Oh, it's creamy with bananas, nice and juicy in there. And then you bite into some chocolate nuggets. Delicious. Let's go in the kitchen and make some of this chocolate nugget banana bread right now. So first of all, here are the ingredients we need for making our banana bread. So of course the bananas, I've got 3 bananas. They're just starting to brown a little bit. They can be any stage of ripeness basically. We're just going to mash them up. So I've got the 3 bananas. I've got 2 eggs. I've got a half a cup of butter. I've got 1 cup of sugar, my favorite cane sugar. I've got 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon each of salt, baking powder, and cinnamon. And then over here, the chocolate nuggets. And this is 8 ounces or 230 grams of dark chocolate broken up into pieces that are between 1/4 and 1/2 inch or about 5 to 12 millimeters. All right, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to cream the butter. So the butter goes into the large bowl. Now this butter basically still cold. It came out of the refrigerator just a little while ago, but I want it more. I don't want it too soft, so I just brought it out. So it's going to take a little bit of elbow grease to cream that. The reason being is because we want the sugar to tear holes through the butter as we it just kind of aerates it as we go. All right, so I've creamed the butter a bit. It's pretty warm in here, so summertime, doesn't take much. In goes the sugar. I'm going to cream that sugar into the butter. It doesn't take much. Before you know it, it's all coming together. Now we've got kind of a butter, brown sugar paste here. All right, that is looking good. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to add the eggs. And for the eggs, we're going to use the electric mixer. So in goes each egg. 1, 2, and then we take the mixer and just mix this until it's kind of nice and creamy and smooth. All right, it's been less than a minute, and you can see it's already nice and creamy. So now let's put that aside for a minute, because what we're going to do next is we're going to mash up the bananas. So bring the bananas out, just quickly peel them and plop them on a plate so I can mash them with a fork. There we go. Now I just take an ordinary fork. All I want to do is just mash this up. All right, so now I've got all the banana in there. What I'm going to do is just, man overboard. Just going to give this a quick mix to just get it all blended in there. All right, that is looking great. Goes off to one side here. All right, now what I want to do is I want to prepare the flour mixture. So I'm just going to toss the salt, the baking powder, and the cinnamon into the flour. And then, using my favorite plastic spatula, just kind of work that in a bit. I want to get sure I get this distributed before it goes into the liquid, so we got even distribution. So it's kind of do a little lift and turn until it's basically all mixed in. All right, that is looking pretty good. So let's bring our banana mix back over here, and I'm just going to dump that into there, and then I'm going to mix it all together. Just gently folding and turning, folding and turning. We've got a nice batter happening here. All right, you can see that. Most of the dry ingredients are now mixed in. So, in goes the chocolate. Just going to mix that until the chocolate's distributed throughout. Okay, now what I've got over here is a basic loaf pan for making a loaf of bread. And what I've done on the inside, as you can see, is I've slightly buttered it. Just basically the buttering is only so that paper will stick to it. So I've buttered a bit, and then I've lined it with cooking paper. That's going to make it much easier to get that out of here. So now all I want to do is spoon this. Let's see if we can do that without making a mess. Spoon this into this papered loaf pan. All right, got most of that, so now I'm going to use my spatula to get the rest. Oh, it's smelling good already. I can really smell the bananas here. All right, now I'm just going to get all the rest of that out of there. Okay, that's looking good. Now just smooth it out in there a bit. Even it out, get into the corners. And that is ready to go into the oven. All right, that oven has been preheating over there at 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 170 degrees Celsius. It's going in for a slow bake. I'm going to slowly bake it. Going to bake it for an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. At an hour, we're going to bring it out and test it and see if it's done. All right, so see you in an hour. All right, that's just come out of the oven. That is looking absolutely perfect, but we're going to give it the skewer test just to make sure it's fully done inside. So what I'm going to do is just going to enter the skewer into here, bring it out. All right, now chocolate doesn't count because that's going to be melted. I'm looking at, let's do one more test. I can't tell for sure on that one. Oh, chocolate. Going through another way here. Okay, basically it's coming out clean. Yeah, that's ready. That banana bread is ready to go. So that was an hour. Say if you've got still kind of more like not really dry crumbs on here yet, but really coming out still wet, I'll put it in for another 10 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit in here for about 5 minutes, cool down a bit, and then it's gonna be easy just to pull it out because we've got the paper there. You can just grab it and lift the whole thing out like that onto a cooling rack. All right, so enjoy chocolate nugget banana bread. Now if you go to the link appearing on the screen and also clickable in this video's description, you can download and print out this recipe from the Dessert Recipes booklet on Kuma's Kitchen's Patreon page. Just click the featured tag called Recipes. Now go print out the recipe and enjoy chocolate nugget banana cake and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.